This is the 10th video in a series on the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, a book which offers insightful lessons and historical examples of obtaining and wielding power. The book offers an amoral position on the potential uses of this power. And while it is true these laws can be used for our own malicious benefit, it is also possible to use these lessons to guard against malicious power players and pursue your own benevolent goals. Through this series, I will describe each law of power while providing examples from popular film and television shows. Some of these depictions will have historical relevance, although fictionalized. These depictions are not meant to be taken 100% factually accurate, only as examples to learn the laws of power. Law 10. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Judgment. You can die from someone else's misery. Emotional states are as infectious as a disease. You may feel you are helping the drowning man, but you are only precipitating your own disaster. The unfortunate will sometimes draw misfortune on themselves. They will draw you in. Associate with happy and fortunate instead. Part 1. Transgressions of the Law. In the 2015 sensational Broadway musical Hamilton, written and performed by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Pardon me, are you Aaron Burr, sir?
That depends. Who's asking?
Oh, well, sure. Sir, I'm Alexander Hamilton. I'm at your service, sir.
In the play, Hamilton befriends fellow scholar Aaron Burr, played by Leslie Odom Jr. The two would go on to become successful soldiers.
See me?
Hamilton, come in. Have you met Burr?
Yes, sir.
We keep meeting. As I was saying, sir, I look forward to seeing your strategy play out. Burr, sir, close the door on your way out.
Lawyers.
Burr, you're a better lawyer than me.
Okay.
I know I talk too much. I'm abrasive. You're incredible in court. You're succinct, persuasive. My client needs a strong defense. You're the solution.
Who's your client?
The new U.S. Constitution.
No.
Hear me out.
And statesmen.
I'm going door to door.
You're openly campaigning.
Sure.
That's new.
Honestly, it's kind of draining.
Burr,
Sir.
is there anything you wouldn't do?
No, I'm chasing what I want. And you know what?
What?
I learned that from you.
Hamilton, either through his merits or sheer luck, always manages to climb just a little bit higher, shine a little bit brighter than Burr. This leads to a lifelong jealousy.
How does the bastard, orphan, son of a whore go on and on, grow into more of a phenomenon? Watch this obnoxious, arrogant, loudmouth bother be seated at the right hand of the father. Washington hires Hamilton right on sight.
First of Hamilton's position in serving as the assistant to George Washington, then at his ability to gain attention and hold a public office.
Gonna get your debt plan through.
I guess I'm gonna finally have to listen to you.
Really?
Talk less. Smile more.
Now Madison and Jefferson are merciless.
Well, hate the sin, love the sinner.
Hamilton.
I'm sorry, Burr, I gotta go.
Oh, but
Decisions are happening over dinner.
When Burr fails to win the presidential election of the 1800s, he personally blames Hamilton for endorsing Jefferson over him.
how does Hamilton, an arrogant, immigrant, orphan, bastard whore son, somehow endorse Thomas Jefferson, his enemy, a man he's despised since the beginning, just to keep me from winning?
Taking it as a personal offense,
I look back on where I failed, and in every place I checked, the only common thread has been your disrespect.
Need to cite a more specific grievance. Here's an itemized list of 30 years of disagreements.
Sweet Jesus.
this leads Burr to eventually kill Hamilton in their now famous duel.
Can't apologize because it's true.
Then stand, Alexander. We hawking. Dawn. Guns. Drawn.
You're on.
Part 2. Observations of the Law. In the 2011 film Moneyball, based on the non-fictional book by Michael Lewis of the same name, Brad Pitt plays Billy Beane, a manager of an underfunded and struggling baseball team, the Oakland A's.
Bar is here. My bar is to take this team to a championship.
Billy, we're a small market team and you're a small market GM. I'm asking you to be okay not spending money that I don't have. Shake off the loss. Get back in a room with your guys and figure out how to find replacements for the guys we lost.
Unhappy with his team's performance and the uneven way the league handles financing and recruitment,
An epidemic failure within the game to understand what is really happening. And this leads people who run Major League Baseball teams to misjudge their players and mismanage their teams.
Go on.
People who run ball clubs, they think in terms of buying players. Your goal shouldn't be to buy players. Your goal should be to buy wins. And in order to buy wins, you need to buy runs.
Bean hires a statistician played by Jonah Hill to pitch some unorthodox trades.
Okay, here's who we want. Number 1, Jason's little brother, Jeremy.
One of the players Bean is looking to pick up on the cheap is Jeremy Giambi.
Certainly has had his problems off the field, and we know what he can't do on the field.
Get a little thicker on the waist.
You know, and his reports about him on the weed and the strip clubs.
Well, his on-base percentage is all we're looking at now.
He is initially warned about his problems, but dismisses them.
Well, let's face it, I mean, they're getting a deal with you. The Yankees are paying Jason a whole lot of money, and you are coming here on a dime. How does that make you feel?
Giambi proves to be an exceptional player, but as predicted, is a poor sportsman off the field and a bad influence in the locker room.
This season, you spend a lot of time at strip clubs, you spend a lot of time partying. Do you resent all of the attention that you get off the field?
I don't. I love it.
You spend a lot of time in Las Vegas.
I do.
Get down. Is losing fun?
No.
What are you having fun for? That's what losing sounds like.
Bean then uses this to his advantage.
Billy, what's up?
Look, I need a little help on defense. I'm willing to trade Jeremy Giambi for it.
Really?
What?
Mm-hmm. Who you got?
Well, let me think.
What are you doing?
Cleaning house.
By trading away a player that appears valuable on paper, he is able to fetch a good price on a return offer.
Because you can't trade Jeremy Giambi?
He'll be fine, Ed.
And where do I get the feeling you're picking my pocket? What's wrong with him, Billy?
There's nothing wrong with him. Now, can we say it's done in theory and start drawing up the paperwork?
For a player that Bean knows has toxic traits and would ultimately just hurt the team.
Want to see me?
Yeah, Jeremy, grab a seat. Jeremy, you've been traded to the Phillies. Buddy will help you with the plane flight. You're a good ball player, Jeremy. And we wish you the best.
In the 2003 film Master and Commander, Far Side of the World, Captain Jack Arbley, played by Russell Crowe, commands the HMS Surprise. Sailors, by nature, are a superstitious lot.
She's not called Lucky Jack for no reason. Phantom or no, she's a privateer. And Lucky Jack will have her.
Need more than luck. It's a phantom.
Being at the mercy of nature herself for safe passage, survival, or just a friendly breeze can make even a skeptic knock on wood just to be sure.
Yes. Touch wood. Scratch a stay. Turn 3 times. May the Lord save preserve.
As misfortune strikes over the course of a long voyage, the sailors of the Surprise start to notice that tragedy often strikes when a particular officer is on duty. Midshipman Hallam is not considered a good officer or sailor by his peers and officers or the crew. He fails to spot an enemy ship that sneaks up on them in fog.
Starboard bow ahoy!
What is it, Slade?
Well, I heard something. Sounded like a bell.
Native fishermen, perhaps?
We're a reef marker, sir.
What? Should we beat the quarters? I can't be certain.
And when his subordinates struggle to secure rigging in a storm,
Mr. Hollow! Help young Wally in the Mr. Gallant!
Mr. Hallam fails to muster the necessary courage to assist him. And he is ultimately lost at sea.
That's it again.
Who's that then?
Jonah.
Men start to compare Mr. Hallam to Jonah.
Jonah. Every time he's on watch, that ship appears.
sea.
A biblical prophet that attempts to escape his divine destiny on a ship which is set upon by a raging storm. The sailors in the Bible throw Jonah overboard to escape God's wrath. Not all are so quick to blame the meek officer. Captain Jack tries and fails to counsel him.
Look, Hallam, it's leadership they want. Strength. Now you find that within yourself, and you will earn their respect. Without respect, true discipline goes by the board.
Respect and discipline, sir.
Well, it's an unfortunate business, Hallam. Damned unfortunate.
His peers attempt to coax him.
Okay, Mr. Hunt.
He's not ill, he's just dodging work as usual, and you know it, Blakely.
Shut up!
You shut up!
Just leave him be!
And the ship's doctor tries to diagnose him.
There's nothing physically wrong with him. He thinks he's been cursed.
Sailors can abide a great deal, but not a Jonah.
As he himself starts to believe that he is cursed. The rumors increase when the ship is stuck without wind for several days.
Then his entire gun crew's killed, except for him. As soon as he went up the mizzen, Will falls. And whose watch was it when we lost our wind?
One night, to alleviate the ship from the burden of his presence, Mr. Hallam takes his own life, symbolically as Jonah by casting himself into the sea, releasing the sailors from the burden of his presence. In the funeral ceremony, Captain Jack laments that Mr. Hallam's failures were actually the failures of his own leadership and the fellowship of the crew.
The simple truth is not all of us become the men we once hoped we might be. We are all God's creatures. If there are those among us who thought ill of Mr. Hallam, spoke ill of him, or failed him in respect of fellowship, then we ask for your forgiveness, Lord.
After the funeral, a favorable wind carries the ship on its journey. Reversal. This law has no reversal. There is no secret inverse benefit from associating with the miserable or misfortunate.
If it isn't Aaron Burr,
Sir,
I didn't think that you would make it.
to be sure. I came to say congratulations.
Spit a verse, Burr.
I see the whole gang is here.
You are the worst, Burr.
This law, of course, only speaks to power, and personally, I have a soft spot for those that suffer at the hands of fate.
You've always been very kind to me.
But ignore this law at your own peril.
I should go.
No, these guys should go. Leave us alone, man. It's all right.
This has been a production of Minimum Effort Media. There are new video essays here on the first Friday of every month. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you care to. For each one of these videos, I'd like to give away a copy of the 48 Laws of Power. If you would like to enter this giveaway, please subscribe to the channel, like, and comment down below. I will pick the comments at random and post them on my next Law of Power video. The winner from the last video is on screen right now. Please contact me at The Lazy Stoic across all social media so I can get your contact information. Thank you for watching.